Wainaina. I have been in education for quite a while, having started teaching in 1977. So this is my 40th year in teaching. I'm still teaching in Elimo. I have only 2 points before I move the vote of thanks. And number one is to confirm what we have been talking about, that it is not a good idea to have students moving from primary school that is private and then moving to a public school. I spent about 26 years in a national school, and 15 of these 26 years I was a deputy principal. And one of the things that I observed and shared with my teachers and the people in the Ministry of Education is that the idea of having received students from private schools, being this one being a national school, was a big problem, because the biggest number of indiscipline cases that I got came from more of the private schools. Not in a bad way. I'm saying they found it very, very difficult to settle in these schools. And the good thing, being the teacher in charge of the discipline, I quietly would recommend the parents to take, because I had seen that problem, that if this student who had been used to a private school, having all the goods, being taken care of, as Martin said, those good things that were being done for the students, and then coming to a school where teachers least care about how you move on from that life to this life of being in a public school. I found that when I recommended them to go back to a private secondary school, they did well. While they were rating grades C and D's, when they moved to private secondary schools, they started getting back their B's and A's. So I want to attest and confirm what we are saying here. The best way to go is to have our students moving from private primary schools to private secondary schools. I think that has been said a lot, and I was just adding that point. Now, there's something also that I shared with a few of the directors who came to our office some weeks ago, I think a month, on how to increase numbers in your classes. I know it is a challenge to have numbers and have more students in your schools. While we are talking about the TV as a way of marketing, I was in a school, a public school that was also a national school that was flowing with numbers for the 26 years that I spent in that school. But for the 3 years that I became a principal in another school that hardly had the numbers, the school was having less than half. I spent 3 years in that school, but by the time I finished 2 years, the school was full. What did I learn? That's what I want to share with you. I learned a few things. I did not want to fail in running this school. By the way, when I left the school, it was extremely doing well all around. What happened is that the numbers meant to me a lot, because the school had not paid salaries for the support staff for a whole year. The school had that in arrears. Then the school had a very big debt that the Ministry of Education said, look at how you can be able to clear that debt. So I knew the numbers were real crucial. I needed those students to fill the class, and I needed the money so that I can be able to run that school. So what did I do to get the numbers in school? I did marketing. It's unusual for a principal in a public school to do marketing, but I had to do it because I wanted the numbers. I wanted the numbers. And I can tell you what worked. First of all, I used my teachers. I told my teachers, I know you do it in private schools, but we don't do it in public school. I told my teachers, your welfare in this school will be better when you have students filled in all those classrooms. So you need to support me. I talked a lot, and I can see the Marion School has something similar to what I did. When you start working with your staff, to give them the idea that you want, the direction you want, and you emphasize on that, it works. So I worked with my teachers, I worked with my students. My students became the marketer of that school. And surely enough, it worked. Because when I was admitting those students, I was asking, how did you come to this school? They told me, I was told by the other student that it's a good school. And therefore, that student is my neighbor, and I decided to come. So I started filling the numbers. The other thing that I did, I used the parents. I used the parents. I had a forum that I told them, if this school continues this way, you as parents are not going to benefit, because we'll have problems of running the school in terms of money, and therefore I need numbers. Can you help me get more students in this school? And equally, I can tell you, the parents brought the students. Lastly, I used the church and the neighboring institutions. I had the church. I was using even the administrative, the DC's office. When they have meetings, I would attend their meetings. And I would tell them, I don't have numbers. You are people of this area, and I need numbers. And surely, I got numbers. I had forums with even the MP of that area, and surely, within 2 years, I was overflowing from a school that I found and I enrolled. And in second year, we were looking forward to adding another class. And I started pushing the parents now to have another class. So I wanted to share with you that one. Try it. And I have shared this with quite a number of schools, because I'm also a consultant to quite a number of schools. And I can tell you it works. If you have never tried it, just use all that spectrum of the people that you have around you, including the employees. I forgot to mention, even the employees. I told them, bring the numbers, because that's how I'll be able to pay your salary. And they were very serious about it, and they brought the students. So, if you've not tried that, give it a try, and you see a difference.